Yipari bro, oyana brabo imo. Yipari bro, oyan padare. Yipari bro, oyana didimo. Yipari bro, oyan nanaketi. Anti for one of Nana Sense, Yipabe bro, Yipari bro, Asana Yakui. Mamie, Ukayo, Tony Pape bro, Pape, Ukayo, Tony Pape bro. Yipari no, when I'm bravo, Yipari no, when I'm a fragile. Yipari no, when you're the demo. I'm barren, Yipari no, when you're the naked. When your was no can as them there. Yipari no, Asana Yakui. Mom, yeah. Ukayo, Tony Pape bro. Pape. Ukayo, Tony Pape bro. Mom, yeah. Ukayo, Tony Pape bro. Pape.
I didn't pray on me.
Hello? Mete sound. Mete nyomo ba mete voice. Mete sound. Mete nyomo ba mete voice. Ondo se only say.
Hello. Yeah, minti me ho kasa ewa. Okay. Observe mo fa nche me na SSMS. Na ote me nka. Observe mo fa nche me na SSMS. Na afi de ote me nka.
Yeah, mete onka.
Good. Na mentimi nhu de nti ana eba ne saa me ana mentimi nhu nti sisi de ote me nka de a ene na eye me hu se sisi de am se bibia de na kwan mu. Pepepepe nana mechia wa wiai se yanwumre wo mo ho nso so a mechia wo.
Meji wo so bebre.
Na mpome yete wo nka ache.
Onyame adom me ho ye pa na ekobo me ho dwa kakra e wo ba bi na nyame adom fe na masen ba.
O sa ene ye ma wakwa aba pa ye ma wakwa aba. Lucky Nana Williams e bia wo bia mechia wo kakape be bia wo bia oso mechia wo na afi Joe baby a wo bia Joe mechia wo enti mu nyina mato nsa afre mo me send message no ma send link ne dia mamo enu nti no moye ready a me pacho na ma join kakape ba ma me fa kakape enso enka ho na yenkoso kakape me wakwa ba
Apanye meju so na mpum disai.
ready adum boko nana se unimu no nana se kakape dia unimu no ya
Ba so pa.
Okay, good. Joe Subeba and Afis so Nana Williams so ebeba. Abusa for mpanimfo a mone mwahia mu ha ne ye ba bedi nkomo. Minim se Ghana eda ye nyina yakoma so pa. Kakape wo de wo NPP ni mapa. Nana wo ye social commentator wo nim politics mu eyie. Minim party kura na wo. But sometimes ne ya na minim se only ni towards NDC kakra. Eno de meka. Ene Ghana sisi akwakoba se wo se ye call IMF sisi government dia betudwa na ye de betudwa no emse ensem no a ewo ho sisi a no aye ne ho bibi ewo ho anka me aye se IMF it looks as if se enkenye adebone se bi se ubu oman na enyoma bi kọ achewachewa anka enye bone se nka ebia obema omo a omo ye expert ebebam nanka omo abeso wasene se de be ya obebu ni ye nanso so meka se hunu bi painti abua se wo gini ba no yi nani atenten de ebi mu koye ebi mu beka fa ho ni ntino aya koye se anka IMF ya government akoyi no aye ne ho bibia wo ho ebebia ni na yakeka ho ensem enyina initially time na na buy no ye ma yeti ase se Ghana beyond aid, that means say Ghana for no ankasa nanka ye hia emwa bi afri abrofo no bi ni sesika mu anase any kind of support to be because you bit me agina ya na so na ya di adwuma ewe krom because we have the men ye wo omo ta achire as a matter of fact omo government mu economists wo financial people wo mu omo de omo awedale mu anka ombetimi see through senka mine ebekoye. But as at now I kasa idea chese baby adu ni de na chese kwa kamia say minor anya crisis kakra ana say yenya crisis ankasa nti na wo se ye masa omo ane ye feel say enkope emoa wo omo ho no ebem se de be ya se bi Ghana ebesan afa ne ntuma pa e de afra kakape wo ye NPP ni ya wosan ye mo communicator a wo Chicago ide me free wo so kakape adentina was ye call IMF at this time dentina was ye call IMF because government na Akufo-Addo ye nyina government e ma yeti ase say we are beyond the aid, and for that matter no there is a lot of mumpanimfo ni bia omo beka say IMF de krenkre to kankan nya de aye beko ho me wo video a mebo Deputy Minister for Finance John Kuma categorically no ostresse osisudia say IMF de yem for ye ni nkyere ho enya de aye beko ho e ba ne san kakape na afi de ye duru yi
ya fanyi me da se machia una machia tiefo na ya chi ahwefo nso me co-panelist machia yenya akwanya se ya de nyame ase se ye ba ne ba kira adwene ewo Ghana development ho na sade wo kanu sesia ne abetodwa Ghana say ye call IMF so ye hwe sade ye akeka nsem bi in the past, and especially the last one I call na ebase na e kira adwene kakra na historically no ye behwe niema a epushi yen ekọ IMF near the atototo samre kwa ye ekọ IMF now so what started say we negotiate with IMF no does not conclude to say you come to an agreement on that and technically speaking no you name terms ebeba still official like yen starting komo for a possible financial help, the form it will take, the conditions that will be attached to it. But the himself definitely no IMF the Oklahoma, depending on the programs and all that you have, you will have that now. And say a shasa amriya minya ayibi wa hanoma back in kind and from Bloomberg na minya link no it was just a WhatsApp and I say photo a year or mutwa intino minya yina me the bachelor or say the IMF stands ready to assist Ghana to restore macroeconomic stability, safeguard debt sustainability, promote inclusive and sustainable growth, and address the impact of the war in Ukraine and the lingering pandemic. Okay, an IMF spokesperson said in an emailed statement, it is a offer we are. Me no be agree, sir. The current global recession, and now whatever we want to call it, pandemic, Ukraine war, whatever, across the globe, everywhere, there is that financial need, and there is that need is somebody ought to intervene somewhere. So America had because they sort of have the financial power no. You know, whatever it is, the citizens will be feeling, but sika say far other countries they've been able to go through this because they are able to borrow, and then they hope that they will pay in future. You demonstrations upon demonstrations, even in Ghana. So government decide this. You share asem a ye kan ho nyina esikasem. Na sikasem so no, so wo hwe a tax collection to your GDP no, on the average in the sub-region is about, I think about 13% or so. So government wanted to up it to the 20s, for which there was the introduction of e-levy. Now, me know ebe jiatum say e-levy by there is that push, there is that rejection. Sika esesi enya woman. As the numbers are telling us, we are not getting the projected numbers.
Maybe you are saying that there is a rejection, but 11 is passing almost about two months ago. Rejection was prior to Sanke Babe passing, and no was from the opposition and the general public, but luckily for the government, and Timmy and sustain. And therefore, no parliament ajatumu say 11 yemfanya juma. Until 11 de yenka say a year juma. It's only say projections are government year, and no na omantimi anyomu projections ye government enemy because clearly minumi nubaya said they did a projection whereby they think say and kaibia 11 betumi as sustain the debt na and kaibia ye be kwase ye kwa kwagina loans na be kwa kwagina ye mfama ye say 11 betimi aba abaye but the nam say no mo hwe 2 months ago no omo hwe income na bano from 11 they think say okay at this time yentimi rely also and into probably push more IMF na because 11 there you can say yentimi ka say you reject it is working right now as of now I can say.
So me can rejection maybe is the choice of word, but okay. They say you pass it there, right. But there's still that loopholes within based on which a month for they are not paying it. So they are saying 1 11 into there is or man no more transaction and that's what and there is that continuous aggressive campaign against it. And for instance, instead of people doing normal Momo transaction, they're doing cash in, cash out, which does not affect it. What they are saying. And amount for what now say I share all aspects of it and no affected the amount as it's in. And senka and yes, continuous opposition and aggressive campaign against it. Nanka the normal will be a transaction and we should have reaped in a certain amount of money. So there is that continuous campaign against it even after passage. Government went through a lot to pass it, and after passing it, so that is it. Now, prior to year passing 11, no, know what that says a government expenditure air cost. Now, the budget in the coin now 137 billion. By the time appropriation, it now call 145 billion because they had to add more to it. Yeah, after year passing budget, not a rise for Ukraine. You have a lot of labor, government workers, nominate other people, demonstrate say or market yesa into yentum. So they are here. So yetikono sika ye jejeno and so ye say ye debate me fund your budget nina. Now for how long are we gonna go on this tangent? And you also agree with me, say, your bar so the debt borrowing no cost so high, say sustaining it has become a challenge. So they say, so how do we pay the interest? How do we get on your statutory sika SSA yetete a delay and all that kind of stuff? These are unacceptable stuff. So we are torn between yepe more development, yepe see a but the amount of money now yebetimi dia ye we no susa to the point where say ye taxation and ye GJG ye so no so be a problem. So okay, can we my government cannot sit down. Now, coupled with a pandemic here and also a slow growth, any price hikes and inflation, no money and their costly. About to mean so what is the
oh, 2 minutes now rapid.
okay. So under these circumstances, now what is the best option? So government will sit down and say, okay, so your credit rating so has been affected.
Right.
So that because of your debt levels, I wouldn't say the it works the same way for countries. There were agencies or rated countries based on what expenditure what is a debt our borrow. So we have to be honest with ourselves and say, we under the circumstances, the best that you have is, go to IMF for some common negotiation and all that. And Assad, let me read the article. I don't know what the latest figure is, but Assad, I think April 2020, not almost about 100 countries because of the pandemic, totally a lot of things. And I approach the friend is saying, World Bank and IMF say, please, we need help from you. So, yes, previously we said blah, 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 and all that kind of stuff. We cannot say, oh, me share sika na meje as a man. Na me year projection be for my family. Na se niema asesa. I shouldn't swallow my pride and take on what I'm supposed to do. Because at the end of the day, you need to sustain your family. Businesses ought to be sustained. And if there is a way to do this, I don't think it beats a UBA bebre. Of course, leadership is important in some of these things. How have we done certain things over the years? Nina, part of the lingering impede on some of these things. And for me, I will wait because it is still at the negotiations and then listen to what the terms will be. The terms is what is really going to determine whether, what type of program are we going for. But yes, Ghana, they were negotiating. And we hope for the best for us. But
that's it. And before so my memo video away from Deputy Minister of Finance, John Kumar. My memo video away from no. Meaning say be a be there, but let me just, in order for us to retract our steps back to dear Mokai, and I make D can say, and yet I am a fna more corner than problem, but sometimes na it actually kind of come back and bite you. It prevents you from sad the corner can see no but I go back. Yes, I did. Intina me boss are you TNT kakra.
And reduce the debt levels of our country. We are going to see an improved economic ratings and not returning to the International Monetary Fund, which is the only solution our friends on the other side have always preferred. Why don't you go to the IMF? Go to the IMF. We have shown that we have alternatives to building the economy of this country without resorting to conditionalities that will be imposed on this country. We will not go to the IMF today. We will not go to IMF tomorrow. And we are not going as long as the NPP remains in power.
Okay. We Deputy Financial Minister, Deputy Finance Minister John Kuma. Ono kan sa same way. Meaning say the main boss nankasa kabida Kenforiata can be. Waka omo conference and say omo ye press conference bi omo ye and say okan categorically say enya dia Ghana ko IMF. Ena Minister of Information, which is Kojo Oponkroma. about 5 days ago, yeah, before Senana Eddie letter neighbor Kinoforiata no. Ye interview no ewo obi ekosi sen program so. Ono so e kan ye. O kan wie ye within 2 or 3 days pen and another depend. So ma me what I'm saying what is going on? Does it mean say information you know or share na because we call IMF akata dey we wo hwa anka ya kan no table so dida. Ya can ya discuss home for the bet say a month. But we they seem say as a full or nyina mu. You say they 10 kakape uncle for not turn it back to defend it right now. Say a good to see beko. All right, Nana. Mame Emra also. Mr. John Mama echo IMF. And no NPP for no case mismanagement. And as you say, you know. Almost be kobi. You bet me attribute to say a mismanagement of the country in almost air kwana. And now more than be different kakra. Nana, but your brand mammy.
Me da si bebre obi. Me de nchia kese ma atiefo nya afefo. Me san so de ni de kese ma minu akape anwumre. Wakasa na senia ye nyina ye pe no. Oman ye yie a ye nyina ye pe. Obi ani ho asabi opesa na si achi be ye poto. If you say ukuta passport or free him for kra no a ye betwem a place of birth na senia amampanya be de che ba umi aka ye no o say if the fundamentals no e week ya dollar no be expose and this ukuta American passport kra na o yes o ya American o ya American na do we be say a place of birth one ka ba ntema we kan brekum enti oman no ni yie mu na enya yepe na obi empanyimfo se wudwa wonum e kire wo yire a untumi nko wase hobosia bo
the was was kakramba untumi nko jibi because we you anum say ubetumi ahwe wo yire
enka IMF de enye ba bi bone sa do obi ani ho awiase opese obeje bosia na ye de conditions be kan ho mamema o history kitu obi titimre mu no na se na ye de akon na ye de process no se na chronic bi ko na ba akudi akusu nkunim na ye chi kronumfo a krona a wa hoden a odi nkunim no etimi request se ohene na wo ho no emfa na yire emma no ohene na wodi nkunim no na onyai ne man ma na wachi ho no say eno no na say ya ade a ye ton a ye fe no conditional sales say to TV na ye mfa fridge nkan ho na sometime no conditional sales ni bi wo ho a aya nanti ase enim de pem ha unim amema historical fact kitwa bi e wo Ghana politics mu ansa na maba asem yi so 1957 na Ghana nya independence no time abrofo no kọ no omuja yin sika na sika na range from 200 million pounds going na ijama osaje foto Kwame Nkrumah na enam se na Kwame atena brochire na wo hu development akese enti no na Nkrumah ambition no was very very high. That time no na Ghana population near 6.7 million near no so kra na Kwame na dwen se ode Ghana betu America na watu oman mpontem ama yetimi ati aman a adikan no kese enti niam bebre a betima boso a Kwame ye bi o Ghana. Now let me tell you one thing, there were some things ya Kwame Nkrumah ye ya to the best of my knowledge, you know. Listen ko ye ndi kan say na Kwame pese o ka Africa nyina bom sa nka bom na opportunity no or start free West Africa enti ofomu uku a na efe no Ghana, Guinea, Mali na ofomu wie ye no okọ Guinea omampanya no na efe secretary ekohu ne say otimi age independence e di amane man Ghana enti say Guinea betimi ate ase no so age independence ya obama Guinea for 10 million pounds yesika krata bia na so and no san call Mali okay the same thing the Mali there or promise you 5 million pounds eti yenya independence to 7 no 58 na Guinea so giye sabe no na France for no elbeto aba France maya no mudi France amanya West Africa aboka French no so no say wa opese wo maintain wo ho e wo France amambuom na ye ni so no to yes wa wo mpero to know enkroma timi convince Guinea enkroma ko Guinea e ko give you an broadcast reference the Dawn broadcast na nsɛm a kwa me kan saa da no to Guinea fo asum e ma Guinea e ko tutie a France aban ma Guinea je independence. And let me come here. So oyo mampanyin na usika wo se eswa na usika wudi edoso a ade ebeba ne se wanhwe yi abekọ wase hobosia emra MPP ewo opposition no ye won nsem bebre a MPP ye party ekaye omo ba tumi mu no na wo se na omo hu se ensem ni bi wo a enye feasible untime nye obi e ba bro chenchere ese bi mfie dungo twimo na mewoyi matena amaya hodo nan so matena France matena Belgium matena Ireland ese metiento kingdom matena Germany kakra ekotena Austria kakra na ho de manse matena nchentime fa nka ho bi amayin sia amaboy bia ni wa e wo school a enkura kokoda ho a eye free
which free SHS no.
Yes. Obi, let me tell you one thing. Okay? Your friend, fiscal microeconomics here. Your friend adibi recurrent expenditure. And recurrent expenditure no. And only sika sabi odi bo adibi ho ka. Enye se wo bo ne kapre kon be se mfie be aduasa ana mfie aduana ye hwemra kwa me nkroma eye tema Accra motorway no a on say adimfie achepa konfie be aduonum nie still it so yusu if you say oyeniye ne fapem no e wo ho but ye wo ka bi o wa wo bo a eye da bia ana na wotwe bia ana busumi bia ana ayafi bia ana efa no recurrent expenditure na free SHS no e bia if you say enkura ewo boarding house no da bia nkware didi da bia enkura no da bia enkura no dware ni nyina aka no ekotia Ghana man two yemra ade ba akonso a MPP aban ya wo so yi osan eya eno so ebo yen kakese emra na omampanyin mama ye omampanyin no na owo 88 ministers na akomea Dr. Bawumia ekasa tia ye se mama amamuo no ministers dos dodo na ebo Ghana manka emra amampanyin ku for the video akuna no appointed 110 ministers na mpokura no it was some of the ministry of agric, ministry of transport wa yachichem Ghana nko ane oman a owo ministry of aviation a ye ni erupri enane ma oman no Ghana nko ane oman a ye wo ministry ba ko wo deputies 9 ministry of finance will be ministry of agric will be enti saka we nyina no recurrent expenditure if you say busumi bia so a ye tua light bill ministry ho ye tua adwumayefo ka ye tua minister ka ye service omo ka ye momo petrol eti obi mpempen so a oman na koduru no ye ni bibia ye se anumdwa MPP aban dwa ye se ono de on fa ne nan NC IMF enu nti omo brande omampanyin dada mahama so ye incompetent no ene MPP aban akwa dane abaye so abo akraman esa betafre ne fie na kakra meka na se bia obi sami asem ene se binyo kakapa ka asem bi se ye hwe the conditions ya beba IMF negotiations no ho obi Africa country bia ni ho a wako IMF a yama the condition osi we timajai never one will be a okwa yin maami funu adechia a oni ska a okwaje bosia a yesi fa we si hu a wo bi osme fa nkoda
Dabi
we say when yin maami funu ni gwase aka no eti nya abeka bia osimeye nya abeka bia osimeye agye atum eti bese be canopy say negotiations no there it has been done already say nya wo kan ye no ministers akese mienu aba abonten abekasa say sa IMF no there ye nkobi da ni nanu na krata aba abonten. It therefore tells us say they've been there, they've done the negotiations, whatever that it may cost Ghana biano, MPP will do and they will go.
All right. Kakape mame brao, but before some about ho, mame more asamoa Canada Japan ababeka. Canada Japan ranking member or MPP mu. Kamia say okan ebemu pa. At this moment, he will declare a person or call for presidential. Your friend saying take it in 2024. We declare, and in some our canon, we don't take names something likely, sir. Even though for me, no, I don't support. To me, support can Japan say I'm a president to be honestly, dear. But Obia award that high caliber. You were MPP mono or can someone people don't take it lightly. As a matter of fact, make us hear the Nasemi Jumapa. Yentie asemwa papa yi ebabeka ye ewo your friend is saying a yiso nafi kakape meba also yentie kan Japan asemi.
Don't say anything about IMF. Me, I shouldn't say anything about IMF. I will say it. I will say it. You know, going into IMF is just like handing over power to NDC without a contest. Straight away. Because the noise we make, and I chew my own words back when I said NDC went to IMF because of mismanagement of the party, the government, or the economy. So if MPP is going to IMF, what am I going to say? What am I going to say? So breaking the 8 is going to be tough. You cannot use the face of those who who took us to IMF to break the 8. It don't work. My message to you is simple. You cannot read my lips, and I'm not scared of anybody in the party. I will tell you the gospel truth. It's the gospel truth. Those who take you to IMF cannot, this same face cannot break the 8. In Latin it says, verbum sapienti satis est. A word to the wise is enough.
Okay, Kakape, this is a ranking member of NPP party. Dear, or the Ababe Tujani, or say, or more de country no, Aqua IMF no, they cannot break the 8. Do you go by anything at all? The Canadian Japan air can. Kakape, could it be possible? Say IMF as you say, no, even crano, yanka say yako negotiations in a negotiate. Ya drene hon kakra posi ye kano. NPP government are failing now. Failure or ma failing no. Ebia obi beka so ma failing na failure or ma failing no. With the next election, you know. Say say NPP for na mo wo ebia yemfa ne say 60-70% chances are. They all can could they suggest say more chances is what na impact ben and as he say no. If he say eba, because at this moment in India, who can be what kind of wahasi say it's not something anka enyesi yes I IMF because and in be as a okay some crampo na sebi asem ne bubowa you should be able to retract your words na okay you know so what you say the NPP penny or this Canadian Japan do we have to go by that and Kakape?
Before that, a quick corrections. There are countries education is free even for international students, and about free SHS. Yeah, I agree with him. Sir, maybe as I see a local, share options to be wom, and then take out people who can afford. But we are in a country where you're in data and and yeah, believing that yes, we can still. There are some people that clearly we can take them out of the free, But for me, I fully support free SHS. You see, there are two things I believe sir, it should be free in every country: health, any education, health, any education, and it's a quality and very accessible. The moment you introduce, you introduce paying into some of these things, you know what the consequences are. But debatable. Obiani opinion when given the opportunity to do something. Obiani the way they want to go about it. And international policy, even within the same party in Ukraine, we will have debate and Obibeka say you say, Obibeka say, and all that kind of stuff. So that is that. I mean, because school, me masters or Germany. And yeah, if we across sign to a plane ticket, my you could do Ghana, German government for 1 year, been more for 3 years for just having visited the country. And
Okay.
some of,
Mami, 1 minute. Looky, why already been found? Okay, Mami fa looking kahonafe. All right. Looky, me ba also answer. Kakape to aso mami.
yeah, welcome. And that is that. Let's look at the issue of IMF. So BBC Obia making an opinion on it. Mentiment na hanka say yako IMF any debate about generating affect BB. But for me, we still have 2 years, and the impact of IMF finality, and they be determine the outcome of the election. What impact is it going to have? Are we going to have the conditions like 2015? Then, of course, we should know say a very strong negative impact, freeze on employment, subsidies, and a whole lot of stuff, and that is going to be so. Antina Maker said we are going to wait and see the details. What they are saying. I'm sure, sir, we are going to be privy to some of these things. And yes, a very affecting. So, and then as a party and as a government, I don't think we're also just going to sit down because nobody want to lose an election. And we're also going to look at what strategy under the circumstances must we put in place. And only and yes, Ken is entitled to his opinion, and there are diverse. There is a lot of diverse opinions even within the party. Not to talk of what the opposition will say, and it's fine. That is the beauty of discussion and drawing conclusion and taking decision on BB. So I say we take a decision even within the family. Mame ne papa beya agro nkwala no na nkwala no say yempenso yebeye ni saa and all that, and that is perfectly fine. So we're going to have all these kind of stuff. Now, statement I make here say yenkon. Of course, as a human being, you have to think into the future and you have to project yourself. Now, most of these statements were based on the fact say, despite the opposition to we all had this mindset, especially as a government and as a party. They say once E-levy was passed, but now can be reduced because if we were going to receive all these things based on projection, making over the years, and all that kind of stuff, that we were sure, sir, based on that, we will not be pushed to go and do that and that and that. Because if we are getting 1 million, if you are able to get 1 billion a year, $1 billion a year, that will go a long way to do a lot of stuff. So, but hey, it is what it is now, and we have to face the realities. And for me,
Mame enka ayibi waha. So unim say IMF going to IMF, it has been on the table for a long time, because make mention of Bloomberg article. I read the same article. No? In fact, I read it 3 or 4 articles about this IMF I call Al Jazeera one, Bloomberg year one, African News year one, and other one be me refi. Omunina was saying, say, it looks as if say Ghana was
why Miss Roma Memoir. As now is all kind of my mean chawano. Kaka Pemecha Nana Afiafe.
Thank you.
Aye, Broby. As I'm non the Obesenka Ubisa, my monitor from Kaka Pepe Patrol meaning say MPP for on smiles in the U among some anoma. But we are party me met me as a we foot soldier and I say we are dedicated member of the party.
The executive.
We are executive. Not just say a boko to dream. It met me as a be a meeting grass about me meeting a minimum. What the Uko meetings in what in community. Me pacho the abroad walk and I'm a person me jikeni 2 years ago. More MPP for more meeting. Our cookworm as our time 2 years ago, and I was a more IMF and our hand time. And if very any new anti mum penning for be. Eka say, Mamunko, Nedian was ever. Namun fat corner be, and no mother for ball, 11 tough and patros meeting.
Looky, as somehow okay, dear. It looks as if say, I said, dear, not meeting ya, what you because you are.
Kakapen you go. Nakakapen you want me be son of 2 years ago.
Yeah, meeting anyway.
Menkasa na wo.
No near what here and na omo meet party near and government here meeting anyway.
Government near meeting. 2 years ago.
And him find Ghana, venue in Ghana.
Oforiata, time na what they say. Or Chama boy the bands my MP. Or we no more Ministry of Finance. Time no 2 years ago na was a Ghana called IMF. And a party from penning for be. Etu jina mu say, hey, asama mo kofa baby. Edi anim wase ekese ne. Eti Ghana. Mama ya suffer 2 years. Wa bra 2 years ago na nka was mudi mirika ko IMF for opunu mu say ya no me. Asamo ya to. But
look, I said 2 years ago, I okay there. At that time, not COVID in the war.
Okay. Okay, me down.
Make a problem, no. Me bacho, me chawano. 2 years ago now. Said 2 years ago, no more na asia. No almost. And who said they are in desperate conditions? Here was one IMF. No, don't forget, say 2 years prior to say 2 years. No, that problem now. I see. Economic problem, no, it's 5 years old. Me patro TME. The economic problem na Ghana, ya woman, ye ni who are ye, no. I shall say 5 years ago. 5 years ago, ne shall say, no. Almost so I know. 2 years ago, they knew they were in hot water. Kakapel, menkasana or hot, but I know, say, as a party executive, wouldn't say 2 years ago, nam penifo be say. Munko Janin to I am. And the bill must say, a be hydrogen, a creative panic. And to be as any before we have the men for one what's nothing, no one trapanya, you bet me I had it. As so no, Nasabi, oh, Quaco Bobusnia. Nasa Wokaka, me here 10 cities, me I made the 4 cities, that's what me to say cities. And no bad one dancer who could be at 10. And I'm with the 11 by and 11. Mo ya kunta buon mo se enokra no enye dey emfa enti momra out na mo meka nche Ghana fo se ya no mai eja to afuo ni mo e hye na chew ensuo kura ye di dum no nasa enti se di mo me yankopum me yankotwe nsuo ni wei enipa badwin ba bia ni one more te Ghana one te ase because nipa no to krom wo hu se niema enko yiye enti se mo beka no pra but mo pesa mo break the 8 enti no nanka mo bompa ya fa kwan bi so nanka ma save economy no me pacho enya bone na na mo ye no but mama kuro na don akoto dompem ehun na mu nyina asa enti IMF na de kwa da wasa mu ko na emum se nanka nya ego ena enya bi anim gwase bi a mo mpese be kam ene niema bi a mo fi se politically be nanka 2 years ago nanka mo ko ye kra sa aka na mu gina yi
so
na mo good standing. Machaya me pray to dombe.
Hold on.
Looky,
hold on, Mamma Makaka Pemrem Nafe, or 2 minutes.
So when you are faced with a problem, a lot of options come in, and then you choose which direction you go. So you ask yourself, say, oh, maybe I'm in my main town, my car, and I say, my business, my main town, naturally, and I'm in Francosia. You come up with a lot of options. So when you meet and you are discussing that, so be the asamoba, not at that time, no, I've been and kokoro say, bebrina say, it has nothing to do with ego or pride or whatever.
Oh,
Meba. I don't even know the meeting I walk in myself. No, I don't even know meeting I walk on myself. One say the financial problems of the country, no, it's been there for a very long time.
Yes.
And yet 5 years as I'm now working. It has always been there. So as a government, you sit down, you do consultation, you get the advice, and then make a decision, say, which is the best option for you. And you do a lot of stuff. Now, if the e-levy, the projections, and yet resistance and opposition and all these against it, and ankasika ba, yankasa yesika, yanko triansi who biao. So which one is preferable? So yeah, feel said, let us find a way. And believe you me, IMF, you are 16 times. This is the 17th time. You think yeah, you think that will be the last one. So if you sit down and you quiet then.
Consultant.
So when you are faced with a problem now, you look at all the options. And we at that time, no, of like early this year, and believe say, let us push the e-levy. Let us try.
2 years ago, consultancy firm say e-levy.
Consultancy firm there. No, consultancy firm there. No. Lucky. No,
Bloomberg. Bro, we read it, and that's why we'll be at Bloomberg office. No,
you
consultancy firm. And some journalists, Bloomberg, no one we a journalist. So there was statistic and economic, or they say leaders. I want the best Jumano. And some I had the who both one is a monk about the grow. As I'm saying, a 2 pro way. They will read it, The consultancy firm told Ghana, Abai said, e-levy is not going to be sufficient. Kakapentunya way. Said you, the party, never, Mr. I'm some mania person, I'll because be a may attack you. Me patcho, Ghana Abai, Ghana need be a wooty me. 2 years ago, Ghana Abai, what pair will be out, what be mano, a foot to your economy.
Which consultancy firm? What is the name of the consultancy firm?
Bram Pacho, Mr. Really Bloomberg, why?
No, Lucky. We are here debating an issue. And it's a who make a statement. Now you need to bring a source. Now I say minko read Bloomberg.
More party for no, more only consultancy firm. I said, bro, Obi
which consultancy firm? I don't know. Lucky. Lucky, you are not being fair to the debate if you say more consultant. Say some consult data banker. Because a data bank was giving this date and this date. We can't come here and throw jabs over there and expect that we are going to take it like that. I mean, in communication, we all have a way of communicating, and I can throw in stuff. But I believe, Yabaha, what's a consultancy firm? 2 years ago, you see, you are giving dates, you are pointed to something. Now they're telling what consultancy firm? What is it? MPP for acquire consult. So who? Why not know only MPP DB? Can I just point and answer? He did the same. But if you cannot give us this and answer, Obi, as a party executive. Mint now so omutie for somebody to make say MPP a contract obi within the party to do a now me be say need the say na won kan tell me then for real type then data bank
Oh, there may no. Hold on.
send the link in the bra says here. Other than that,
look here.
oh that you see, me person because who can trouble you force me to say you can is a lie.
Okay.
If you cannot provide me the link and source and the report for me to read, we say executive. Do you think I'm an encyclopedia to know everything in the world?
All right.
I'm not privy to. I am not privy to. And then I can crank and
Lucky, only campaign na ma mute mo, nti ma nkasa, ma mute mo. Dia mo ka nyina ni mesrawo, mo ma yenye sa de we nenye kama mesrawo. Kakape ma mute. Lucky ma mute. Nana.
Edishe.
Nana afi me on mute mo mesra munye di nana enkasa ema me. Nana what bibi say pen. Say anka IMF wasn't ka Ghana long time ago. As a matter of fact, the Lucky eken bibi safa wasumu pen.
Medishe mean can precisely say mate. Now momuni woman say about 2 years ago, ana niema mu ye den ema MPP. Na ekoba asa no omampanyini abadechiri a oye ware Adam Smith Otabawumia mra na owo opposition no na ofi say governance se wo pagya book na wadi ni baba na wabeji no convert CDC ebetimi atu borehole na wabeka kire nkrofo ni yaji wadi no ne nsem bebre okekaaye ene mra mo ba aban mu niema bi omo ye yenti no IMF no was the only alternative for them to go, but the ego any niema no mo feel said the bebanti they sustain it. Now momu de minim say omo contract any organization be say omo person the IMF no ba, but it was an option they wanted to go. Now momu someone na omo aka efa ho and the two. It was the only thing that omode branded say John Mama or did do soon election. They thought say when they come out earlier, I'm here being effect ever or Mama Moon so. Now before some end, Oboke Japan video.
Right.
Now video no as someone Papa no cano Obi and okre. The first is here a person the MPP call IMF no. If the same faces at the MPP anim for the next election, one year 50 seats for parliament. Now, as someone who but Obian himself or pick pointing nipa bakope. I the head of economic management team. That was about Umia. Master na okano. Say MPP for year na yekofa ba Umia egbedi o man nanim party nanim for the next election. Na say okahu bi yede MP yede Ghana man eko IMF dia ene abato no de yemfa ne say ya pagya kunya koma omampanyida dajo mama say onye wo mra yansi ho akan bia. And I'm telling you, Obi, would you remember say a car na watry na ye beto about Ghana meka say MPP be lose parliamentary seats. Okay.
Right, me pa yeah sad no war me program so.
Emma me bobo seat binom said they will lose. Do you remember?
Yeah. Pa.
Will lose now. Okay.
Pa. Me kai pa.
Me can say MPP will lose to not less than 35 seats. Do you remember?
Number no me refi kakra de ba me.
Unya da dia sign ko na ko botie. Menye political wizard. But I'm telling you, say MPP by hook or crook, they'll go to IMF. Now conditions here, the mom may become me and say the mom. I'm going to cut it down. Employment. First one, civil servant. 2, one condition about the huge elephant government system now more practicing. And the third one, I'm going to scrap free HSS. These three, a beyond follow crown and bay 2 will come in. To the sense that NPP are buying a Bogana cat, Cassi, was signing my some abosu. So, presidency, staff from Kwa, a woman penny office, a 1,000. Oko Nabku, number of people I employ or more, Sabi, or Moon Yajuma, a bit office called Monyashi, and Yadiketwa. And 3, if free SHS were to be in any advanced country, I was saying, or minor asati enjoy the benefits. To the sense, say, so obi we SSS, senior high school, that's a want me and to also cry, an advanced country more. When you do my etua tax, Emma buy no sign, then Sakasicanoa, or the first half crown now, whole school free, no. And I'm assuring you, say, so now, and cry benefiting of free SHS. Kakra to me to us so any moody ever. Now, more month to me, Uncle Bino. So, my your ha, a mud your cron dear, or mutifia, a buying a 2 school fees in fear 9 and Fasobia Maso. Eti, say, I buy, can you pass some now or cano? It is true. Sir, MPP are buying at the Ghana, my co IMF Eco Jebusia, dear. A bay uncle Mampenina about the shade. Go my home, I say, I could not at their toy in Pibu.
No, dear, me need this a bit.
I may say, I'm with the choir, can they say, and come back, Monsa. Naked a poor kind on interpretation, Medemano, or say, Nimuna, and the Ghana Eco IMF, so would a mocordia. Let us send ya dear Kudano, Mamma, or Mna young go contest. Yes, sir.
Sano kind.
It's not the open jack could not come and say, Monye, Yahorian, sir.
All right.
I can confidently tell you,
look in the myself. Mamentia and perform my basokakra. Raskotoka Mechiao, Ishmael Tete, Mechiao, Abna Edu, Mechiao, Prince Ado, Mechiao, Maswell, Apreku, Ayamiame brother, Kwasi Mechiao, and Joe, I was so nami, Matun Safre Joe, but me who were hostile Joe, Bomodana, Ebra. And afisu so your boy Justice Mechiao and Juliet Fairclough so Mechiao Lucky me bao but asembi akakapekai before say a in the sense say we are all saying say 2 years ago NKB was NPP call and I say NPP government and Akufo-Addo a call IMF but at that time, send out to me explore options because I don't think it's a honum now which 2 minutes be out Greek mammy quadamenco bobusia. And what's a show options are war. Now where Saudi be to a quemua a bay year rather than so be two boom so quack or bobos and now that be no which look to a beer now body for that matter. No, I think the 11 was the other ways and Anki prefer say. You bet to me aye and truly no meneka kapaya agene say NDC for akwatia 11 akwanya say nyina so they were able to make sure say 11 no omo conscientizing crofo ama omo patronize me wo ha me can be for as much as say na me nim say 11 no ebia my no there was also another thing is okay say yen ya gina yen na so na nke etimi generate those revenues now. Don't you think, say, somehow no NDC for minim say politics all right, but it's say 2 political parties are more and my NDC ni NPP. And ya minor no more gene ho name no omo dwene omo a omo ho enti esese we fa akonia se nyina so sabotage ne yonko se de be ya ne yonko entimi entumpon. And NDC for jitu mu a me full senka because kwa ekwa nyina no sabi ahoche na eba no nya NPP for na eba ma omo nko awo ho everybody they are feeling it as a matter of fact ye be kapa akra na and NDC for kra be feeling it more because when NPP for they say omote aban mu enye den a omo benya bibia twitwa omo ho here and there atumi ayi but the impact no mu a monti aban mu a sabi e bia ministers num bi no yakrepo mu a muntimi nkomo a muntimi emane ade no So what yes. And into me fall say ye kasenka nka yentumi kan free ho 2 years ago. Sanke yenkwaya me for no. Me den ka me gidi se me ne NPP for adwin se I was some explore more options. Now we know and a more options ni nyina san. Then they decided say okay afi de yenko. I say na wo dwen ho because when I go pick it
sa pepe na asem ne tse sa eno na me de tu dwa say e kwan bi so no I say bro obi wo problem wo wanya problem bi na nipa bi no abetena ase aka cho say de ade yi kwai de be ya nka me nkodwane ntu a otumfo na wo se ye otumfo animu de me kwa na kire say me konya yes or no a kire say mapem enti me sro munimanim na me mfa nkofa mampon hene so ne bia me kɔ mampon hene ho na anya yie dia de enti a me de ya ahemfo sem no because Ghana for ya mamre no sa na ye niema wunya asem a wo mfa nkofi kesie with the kind of fifa baby impo no wo kɔ hene bi kura wa o hene kitwa bi kɔ otumi ka so we de abusu asem mo am nkɔ tena fie na mo ne de monka in that case no a consultancy firm no e ka kire Ghana for say we de ni yie mu anka munya ne nkɔ IMF nanso so mo so no adwene ben na mo de like e de na mo betumi aye no mo se ene ye betra 11 ti e hwa no mo mumra so mo nya ebone e se se de mefoa wo so a mefoa kaka peso no ehia se wo boka wudi mrika koton fie e bia wo ka ana wo wani kanika machine bi e wutimi de kan ere e koton we no de so to ho EPP fo nya ebone se na wo mo look for other avenues to solve the problem empo no yama wo ma ba so say wo mu nya nyansa hunu se ensa so wo mo pre wo mo ho yemfa no on one side no yemfa ni side on the other side no I am telling you say ebinum jitu mu say the ade na duru no eni soso entinki yenya 11 sem no kra ne adaje a yesai no ni sika kra yesai no 11 no ho no na nki yenwane nko elebinum against ye ekoba asa no omo anu omo pese omo use 11 no to solve problem no their voice was the winning voice and omo akọ ye na gabi ochre da kunde betu dwa this week yi mu say 11 is sufficient but also be kan bi ati say onu gabi and e ba e no say the iska o ma generated from 11 no e che say and to say the what abo wo so no ataso ni more kra enru ho enti no the abai de e wo so o mko sanye ye di kan aka no Ghana IMF ni ye be kwada bia Ghana a third world country your economy no we don't control it your natural resources and krofo bi na be control no mapone kakra me adi me pa twa wachi ase I so ba wo te aware ase a wunya aduma ukunu kwa na be na bi adi wo wuja ho na no na kombede mo abusuafo be sa pamomo eti Ghana for your economic status no ye nyina ye na so na unfortunately for Nanado ninsem bi obeki kan ye say get sika so ene sa anyoma no it gave the public the opinion and the assumption say wo banan ko be so natural resources nim na nka ye nko IMF me pa twa wate ase na no asem na de na ya ba bedru ho na nado anu asem ba wumia anu asem ni nimdie unza me back or Baylor University Baumia Baylor University and he came with this prominency his educational background we have the men Sanya many no a drew time and that was a warm be Janet to Ghana for us a year yakoye bia nye ye no and when I make us a ego no any a hand time home no elma warm kwan senenka e ma do so MPP empanimfuo mu a enka where am I ye very strong we are willing to concede when we are wrong enso so akoye emema nkomo ema ne bi do ma no tum se de ye bo ma ne bui ena emema ne di mrika ena wo mkoye 11 na anya yie ena ade na age egu wo ma ye bi anya yie se ye kwa IMF mo accept it Ghana for timasi o mo kwesa de ahoto kakra beba Ghana mi se enu am kwasesa $8 ho anwan koso etiba form a dwadi ni me kwa nke beboa me kakra mokọ IMF no so asa na ma no so betete enti momra na enokra no mo meda na di na Ghana for ho ntowo mo ho towo mo beto aba ama so mo ho antowo mo be ko opposition dia me ka twa ato nso ne say Dr. Baumia, apart from say economy na failing, no, I know Emma a strong candidate, no. Everybody knows that Northern Region does not vote for NPP. Sabi Northern Region, eto Abama NDC to say the band ma for to Abama NPP. So who comments ya ko fa this year kura di nuko jina NDC as a flag bearer. Kumasi for yen to Abama no. Sa na wo ko eko koyi Baumia Northern Region NDC stronghold. Me patro what ya say. It's the idea say ya the Baumia kwa capture Northern Region no. Fine. Which me development you can impress the people and they may vote for Baumia. But don't forget, say President Kufuor voter. President Kufuor was trying to win the voter region for MPP. A new man, Kaka Pasma make a way away. A new man, President Kufuor will voter region. And Kamino say the development in the vote Ghana. And then you say the party loyalty in the voter. And Kawasa Ashanti region, any voter region, MPP stronghold based on the map of 4A. I know say MPP for strategy, they say in the next 1 year, no, or move money better Northern region. No more huge developments, no more their promo to Dr. Baumia. It's a good idea. Monkwayama Northern region for Hontobo. But the ideas I don't need the trouble on the massa. NDC is the strongest party in the Northern region.
All right. Mame kakape before so be bamu no mame ready letter na nana the ekoma finance minister said or your friend is saying on fre for negotiation. This letter in because me tie no baby kakra on a certain but mame reading you me are kape me ba letter ne say statement I say the president of the republic Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has authorized Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta to commence formal engagement with the International Monetary Fund, which is the IMF, inviting the fund to support an economic program put together by the government of Ghana. This follows a telephone conversation between the president of the IMF, managing director, Miss Crystalline Jovis or whatever, Menino Enshede, conveying Ghana's decision to engage with the fund. At a meeting on June 30th, 2022, Cabinet indicated its support for the decision. The engagement with the IMF was seek to provide balance of payments, support as part of a broader effort to quicken Ghana's build back in the face of challenges induced by the COVID-19 pandemic and recently the Russia-Ukraine crisis. Letter or the command finance minister said, "Yemfre na any negotiations ni yemfan ko IMF no." Kakape, from all indication, it looks as if say Biananka president now I already sent but it looks as if say the men be around nowhere not being truthful, baby, to know. Kopim say Abia afraid the president, director of IMF, and I children in same so. Therefore, this quick letter the command financial minister and so on started that negotiations because 3 days prior to this letter, Nakojo upon Kruma make us Minister of Information. Aquatana Ekusi saying Aquacan categorically saying Yadi Almoko IMF. Nafi ni 3 days penny yes okay after the young IMF. That means on one case kojo upon Kruma na that time not only information biana. Because I thought Sanka information minister there, all these things it channels through you. Kaokran and also all the announcement, edepa. Was this permit me Jinawaka say way a surprise be a Bama finance minister, an information minister now, judging from our now almost standing as against some IMF.
That's it. You see, so we share the trend now. Yemfa Fourth Republic, MPP has always opposed going to the IMF. You see, there are so many ways you can deal with the IMF. What they are saying, say you when COVID-19 by there are so many ways to manage financial support from the IMF. But we need to say structural adjustment program. And you know, the ones that restrict you on don't do this, don't do this. I think, sir, we have been consistent on that. And you know, sir, even in opposition, we oppose NDC going. And NDC at that time, they went to Senchi to find a homegrown solution to it. And he say, we are looking at options. No, ego near hand tiny. I don't get that. One says, somebody can. There are always people free SHS, you debate and then you come to that conclusion. You oppose, you see, when we do that, we kill alternative ideas. So what they are saying. And we must allow others to also forcibly bring in what they think is the way out. Anna, you see, failure is part of success. Unless you don't learn from your failure. You must get these basics. Now, Lucky, what's say? Yeah, Baba call IMF near Wabetoy. See, deny then. You see.
Me, what my dear?
I have a rhetorical question. I don't want you to interrupt. See, deny then. Yeah, I am a program ben about Kroni Hutono. Yeah, Yahuba Toye. I don't think you empress Becono. Yahuba Shishi. IMF would never tell you say 11. Yeah, one will say, Tamanea 11, the Kuratami a passy, a Magana, Enya, because we are now locally no ye begade. Who kwaji loans from IMF or be catch or say ye maybe what the austerity measures about and we are saying, say, freeze unemployment. Subsidies are year free, increases in tax. Tama mahama koya about tax way, and what is here or mine no. And then yeah. What you say? Because right now, no one now what I say, oh, me kwa kwese way dear, and kaya me dear. And then kaya instead say me man kolano. And you better me no. But when the detection is coming from somewhere. Based on which you better near more be so. And no, I was here, no, hand time on the other. So don't think, say, me, that is why we've always opposed. So don't think, say, oh, where dear, say, Adia Hoto be bebo, said dear Bayon. And can you film? And can you copy? So they are here. So that is where we must go. Now, you see, and again, when there's a discussion going on, what's not meeting us here, you see where the direction is going. Sanka, let's buyer and a China minister Kok Beki that statement. Where they say after that too. Until they said the negotiation in it was pointing to the fact say and you know there was that stronger, you know. But later no, maybe you know
Kakape Nana Memwa my question is say did Kojo Ponkruma knew say yeah, Baba call IMF na.
Sir, a year has not been drawn. Conclusion has not been drawn. And you know, but then once when you say after that cabinet meeting, and minimum when that cabinet meeting was held, and you know, say decision has been made.
Obi, so 1 minute. Let me tell you one thing in politics. Sir, Omanpenyi bi pese o introduce ade a office wakasa etia ana say ade a office omanma ani enye ho se e be say introduce a ye francophone bi komini fo no in politics no omo no ukọ NDC a omo onipa mienu bi wom asedu nkatia ane appear stadium, right? And in the MPP no, this is what they did. They just in the beginning wanted to test the pulse of Ghanaians to see, right? Even though they'll be going to cabinet meeting, decided what they would do, they will still let some people, 2 or 3, come out to say something, to see the reaction, how people may react to it. Because for sure, when the Nkrumah came to say that, the following day, all the FM station organizing a key discussion debate, right? People calling in, calling out, right? So when it comes that here, then they listen to how serious people are taking the issue to be, or how non-important here or more fun. Father says sabi to say, what no we do for na oyire maame nyare, and now oyire maame yare. Na ya dear na on and off. Na wo be ma no ya fe wodum say oba no maame afim no bedu fie na oyire wa yi fufu ni abenkwan awie mi wura ma wi obra betwa me didi obeda breaking news we right enti oyire kwaka so for telephone afre fie afse no oh jami ni di nwie mi kwa ba be frɛ kwa na se maame ho ye ni di nwie me bo a you be playing some little cards be just to cool the tempest to see a certain period be now we're breaking news no right enti sometimes this is what some of the political parties do, or some intelligent political strategy they will let some people come out, make some statement about I don't know some what just to see say it will work or not, and the reaction of the people. Upon Chroma,
Asama working, Sankao the Gabi is see one Kamajiatum. You see. So Gabi eti baby and now be throw baby because we have whether but upon Kromano so a decision has been made. No upon Kroma say a decision has not been made. I mean all like
some American be more upon Kroma you say a political strategy sometimes political parties be tested Niema
Gab ayi upon Kroma am a clue o say yanko and we've been consistent on that. Political strategy,
there's on no basis here. Executive will go into meeting Minister of Communication on Kobe.
Oh, but no. So you were saying at the time no, that decision has been made, Anna.
Are you young in politics?
Let us not argue. So catch them say that day no that was when the decision was made. Yeah, then you say sir, let anybody that day no after the cabinet meeting or and the cabinet meeting is can see then you can say there's a contrast.
Obi, the vice president came out 2 years
Obi, are we
Ghana?
Are we interjecting each other or what?
No.
Are we interjecting each other?
Now hold on, Mami Kakabacho. Now hold on.
I remember that. I may quite German. I may making a statement. Let me close out what you being. Oh, a cabinet minister, government spokesperson, information minister be making and 3 days as a maba. Was say the information was made 3 days earlier. Normally, I mean, you see, mama, unnecessary controversy into the topic.
No, Kakape.
That is not to say there was not a consistent discussion. There was. But how do you tell me, say, that was not a information based on which they draw such a if this is what the numbers are, they are saying. So now you take it that why don't we stick to time you take it? Why not that? Why? At the end of the day, 17 years, into your Canada, I don't know about that. I mean, I'm not going to take that, and it's not necessary. We don't need that here.
Okay. Nana me pacho, mami ma omremu. Also so, Mr. Wa, Nana brem.
Obi pacho, as one American, let me say, one of a strategy, some political parties, edit through information to the public. Sometime, the cabinet will meet, they will come into agreement. But how are we going to present this to the populace? Okay? 2 years ago, Dr. Bawumiasi take Ghana away from borrowing. You call production. And production, we go to this and this, we get this and that, we get that. Bawumia came out with this strategy, right? And if today, being the head of economic management team, say IMF, it's time to go back to borrowing now. This the NPP about to be trouble no want to be. They no want to be there. Somebody no one can.
Is there a year in our government I call Yamboro Sika? Is there a year?
I am not saying say Yamboro, but this is rookie can be. Or say, yet Sika so na come the year no a projected Ghana folk who say, oh, say what Japan be crowd baby.
That statement na yentro. Yenti Sika so.
Hold on. At this moment, you know, say statement in the go by the Akufuado kind idea. And the banana can say IMF for
no, Tio. But is it a lie? Say Ghana Niska to manage certain things.
So why are we? I didn't think Mama Pensi ya corner this time around, no. Yes, I could be with knowing very well, sir. We have the Sikani.
So that is the idea, answer. And you see, that is up to all of us individuals to judge. But you see, let me say one thing. Member politician beyond Ghana needs to do certain things. Maybe you kakra. What you say, but do not let any politician come and tell you, say, I said the man you
after 1967, Ghana and your budget here, yet meet your demands that. Let me tell you straight away. From 1967, your budget here, young Cassia generating money. Say your budget here, you know.
Okay. So how were we able to do it before that? And what happened? And why have we not?
We go and borrow.
No. Before 67, why were we able to meet our budget?
Because, sir. Kwame Nkrumah Konyano, no man in the car, discuss to man. So, near man, Nkrumah Yeri Browa, we had the money.
And then what happened?
Ghana, SO 2 Sika, 1965, and Nkrumah who says Canosa. But the boat you came out, says Cano Esa. And from there, the Saturday say, now you didn't share baby. Let me tell you one thing. You're discussing about a man, you free. Near a person MPP for whom they say. Some more no, not a dose too much.
I don't think so.
Feasible.
I don't think so.
Or my Ghana, any new pempenswa, you bet me one district, one dam.
I disagree.
You bet me one district, one factory.
I completely disagree.
You bet me free education.
Are you kidding me? I completely disagree.
Now, mobile,
Papa.
One district, one farm, one district, one dam.
Exactly. So is it you? So we confirm all the manifestos. There are certain things politicians they don't fulfill because we allow them. So see, the issue will not be like previous and what have they said and have not been able to do. Or we jump onto the new ones that they tell us. All the political parties.
Without going back to check.
Without go and you see, Sawofia, me Fourth Republic, a rehash of the same thing. So whoever is in near Tiabonteno, she says Totoma MPP, right? Because we are in a Totoma. So the conclusion will be say, okay, so you're about elections, what should we do? Kick them out. And then what? Who comes in? Brings what? Because the human being, we see we are freshness appeals to us. Oh, where dear Oba, we are always in the without holding them. Once they are on, waka. One say, so you are telling me, say Ghana, yentimi one district, one factory. Are you too ambitious? Yentimi ya Greek sector. Yentimi say every village. Oh, do you know the size of a village? Very big. Yentimi one down in every village to help farming. Well, the moment we begin to think of the impossibility, waka, pin him down to it. But once when they call and check the manifestos, there are shortfalls in. You rehash another one, present. So we are always, we are chasing it. And I don't think, say, we should let politicians come, state it, and get away with it. What I say, they are your politics. They are jaho. Then we jump onto go and pick all the manifestos. You go and see the programs and how they right now. No, the question must be how, what means, you know, means of doing it and stuff like that.
Kakape mamenka eyi bako either tabri me chiao ansana maba lucky so abusafo yet phone lines no edem ubetimi afre aba so na nso de wadwenkyere aba plus 15095947120 WhatsApp plus 15095947120 me the best to so say the bear betimi kakape ye sa enioma we say me rain fee ya. Let me take you back a little bit. On say Nana Akufo-Addo any Baumia Eko ko was it Central Region. Time I eba beto aba ne koye promise wo hono mo say
airport
ediama. But Nana Akufo-Addo call Peace FM kwatena ase aye busa no Kwame Sefa kan busa no categorically wo ka say o yenko ka asem ne wo baabia. A chire ya ye boy in man tie ye no and was oh and yet sad as ye ka sa dia me refi. It looks as if say these politicians day in day out they are taking people, if they are taking voters, they are taking citizens for granted because young citizens and they decided that they are no. That is what they are giving to us. Because may relative way at their back in a sense say who can say you hold you more accountable with the can every day and all that stuff. No? How are we going to hold them accountable? If some or because some now refer no case yes I no can and I say a political talk no be how are we going to hold them accountable?
So quick one before Lucky will come in. You see, there are making political promises, talks, blah blah blah. To say I don't know bet me a pass it, and on the I normally don't really have a problem with it, no, sir. But you see, one say if you pick the manifesto and then there is something a binding and you're more much room, some bar, major way, and sometimes they go detail as to how they can do it and stuff like that. What do you say?
Picking manifesto. That means it's a party in your mouth. That means we don't have a national policy beyond the whole say. This is a national thing. At least we are party crampo now. We manifest and we are manifesto about 30% by 70%. No, a dear to for or minor. Whether so your NDC and NPP no bar. You don't have a choice than to complete a certain percentage of it. Some parts of the make. I remember looking.
I don't know, but they don't really. I am more of the party manifesto than the national development agenda, and unfortunately,
look, Ibrahim Kakramami.
Bobby, I'm saying ye kasa na ekucha de Ghana for pay. Ghana voters no omo muti krom ho na de no pay. Se wo hwem a enka woko parliament member of parliament bia woye anan ojina edom bi ano enti nka ni yie mu pa party bi ba ne manifesto no eniema wo share boso obeye no enkense Ghana for what wo mu street mu so wo koye demonstration a demanding relief or a demanding development senka ye wo good opposition party wo represented the public no ena wo mindful ekasa wo ti a enka yenhu protest e wo Ghana enka parliament ho na enka NDC for a demand enieme wo se MPP for ye sa so na enka MPP for ba na enka wo musu demand senka table ne tiny a the other party holds the other party accountable me patro what I say but esa say wo mu ko rap parliament wa wo mu ye nipa ba ko mu na motifi and I'm free say we MPP ni na INDC ni omunya rap parliament on ma they have one common agenda how they are going to help each other enrich themselves enti no timaimufo ni get so frustrated to the point say was wo mo te wo mo ho egu kwan mu no mo ye de enye kire but ni ye mu a in a developed world no the voters don't go out and protest and demand for car kwan. They don't go and demand for any relief from the ruling government. They do all these things through their parliamentarians or their senators. As I said, yeah, baby, who say Democrats to me demand be from Republicans, whether they are in opposition or not. And one moment among yourself, a year, and can manifesto be obia the baby and ko be hu adwuma. And can people buy in can DC jina warm council. Say, muka asa mo be one district, one factory, mongongo you. Muka asa mo be we say, but and yes, I knew who. Maybe no me and better hand more air go home. NDC Muntaka and then Crawford. One moon demand is I'm from the EU into manifesto only do be had an idea. Waba may you more duma. Yen and I better hania ya brusu dia to be nay yet a drew some more pay. Who vote to the anu ababo and kai sa what kai say MP because will be say a wine. Nationally, here one man in parliament. I don't when I as Gracia home comedy and I when the manifesto no home como. It's Sagana Bay year party, just see a parliamentarians and one who the entire yet one coho. Yet one coho to hold each other accountable, check and balances and all. Maybe to be there more mean to me you. But she say your friend Minister of Finance. Someone ran me buakunta, no so wonko. Someone in Amot Ghana Muhumbi. It's Parliament no crampono is broken down. Parliament what the monenke was a woman there Punja Ghana is broken down. And the difference
and no they know yare and yare and now yare me patch one decided say accountability there Casabra Bibua you are entitled to come and do that but
only deputy ministers will hold. Sometimes we show you went to me and you're with me if you have
A deputy minister by our constitution is not a minister.
Say a 2 years up now, say me, I read Manu disseminate to me, they are smart Macola, and so yampo. Me patch your friend, no, yarino. And I was on one cast, I made a memma because me, I remember damn passo. Nemo makes Mamma Cola, or my can't be a woman, son, Kiampo.
If you san come up as an comeback, say, when you are they want him.
And I'm not also the offer boy. Send me the mean to me, my name will make mammy. What can I say? Ballet to see me and then you
where they in Chiremu, and yet there's so much we got to do, but where they in Chiremu, and where they are open.
All right. Yeah, Mr. Messer must say your time no yeah, what time my mommy and Fabet say 5 to 10 minutes be na yanka Osafo Marfo'S the no real quick na feed after that no na yen wrapping it up na ya wahana eba beto odwa anase ebeto abonten se Osafo Marfo'S akoka bibi anka me aye se akwakotia asantefo being an MPP for wo hwe asantekuma mu a omo no hold the majority of the so what I say now by na somehow no na mempese mejedi because up to date tape no mempe chimhwe se mekwa akutia na ani but quite recently am say enras enra chimu baako na papa no de letter yi sa letter we e aba beto ho se watete ni wona sum watete wo baabi say and bi koso as a matter of fact no mama mentum boase na men read letter no ne yentie asemo a papa yi ekae waten ne wo baabi na emomu no or the apology but na nyesa ena na ope akire na me read letter no wa ha na ye nyina yentie nti me wi na ya deliberate wo ho kitoa bi we nye the main kakra bi wo say statement by Honorable Osafo Marfo'S. My attention has been drawn to circulations of excerpts of a conversation I had recently with some colleagues relating to the roles of the various ethnic groups in the pre-independence struggle. 2, despite the nature and circumstances of the discussion, I concede the error, which is the error, and that these comments caused offenses and well-deserved criticism. I must say that the comment was never intended to stir up ethnic tension between Achims and Asantes. Okay, ethnic tension is not a thing I want for our country or the NPP. I therefore wish to offer my unqualified and sincere apologies for these comments. For my many years of public service, creating a division is not a thing I will seek to do for a country that I love and spent my decades serving as a public officer. My preoccupation during my long career is public service has been to serve the whole of the country as one unit and not in parts. Beyond party politics, I will continue to share a common objective and vision for the country, even if the pathway to getting there might differ. May the good Lord continue to bless and keep us together as a nation. A unity that our leaders, both past and present, have had knitted together through their sweat and toil into what we call Ghana. Nana, sir, Osafo Marfo'S ayina eba no se wanya bi etie ya, but before se wo beba mu no, mama yen listen to NPP pani ba konsoso. Time a wote Osafo Marfo'S asem no, asem a ono so bekae. Me pese etie wie na etie a ewie a meba wo so. Na fe de yenye ho ayiketua bi ewo ahanomo na yenhwade, because in order for us to build up unity, no, I think it's these things because we are all one Ghana and we don't want these things to be something a bit divided. Yeah, further.
You are a disgrace to the whole account community. Unima me catch when we disgrace papa. Says agenda in the woman, and you would never succeed. Such as Nyamu Achimfuya Namuyi Jebidan Kwamai. Anyamwa na muyi jebidan kwamai. Anyamwa chimfui ena refurata nini na muyi jebidan kwamai. Chebikura in general na mu nyina majority of them is CPP4. Na LM na ma enka na mu party be na mu join. Muyi jebidan kwama. Osafo Marfo'S sese na usubante edawo enuma na aka wudi wi a refi. Eya me madu fi na make say. O ka so nko na woni nim wi ase nyansa nyina wonim bibia wo party no again identity aje kufo yi wadi ade na ndia ontimi fama express ho che yenye nkwasiafo yenim nyansa papa yenye santifo no ye wo party yenim nyansa because yenim say ye nanano UP no tradition ye twa dwan no e wa Asante ahemfie ye ntwa na ochebi na munye divided in ahemfie ho na fanye CPP4 anya mo na mo bitre mo ho mo ankasa na mo bitre mo ho. Some of Osafo Marfo'S come again. Some of us, youth, Ashanti, some of us, we are fully prepared. Me MPP nipa. Some of us are fully prepared to face you. Idea na akokan, dear statement na akokan. Ghana is an eastern region. Papa, please come again and apologize. Ghana is eastern region. Tina bibia na matam ko no. What faili? It is a candidate to be about Ashanti region against no. God bless you. Yada wasi.
Okay. Nana. Yeah. Ghana year you go so aye and sans and be say ye tia intimi mu yeni so say ntwe na enko. At least I was yet me can be naka cry ensu ye nimu no yetimi aka ne akun say pepepe ye ene odo emu ena sebi ye de ebeye eman ye. Nana, what Osafo Marfo'S statement I'll go make it and what pain? What
so mate na mete anyemede. If you say Osafo Marfo'S di mfie be aduasa ana aduonu a kameka say bia Ghana politics onimu yie eno nti na bia o make such a statement. Ma me ma history kitwa bi. Emra Kwame Nkrumah call ya cool to aso nyina ba ye no. Atire Ghana eye se ye besan akofa democracy biu. Disabre no na MPP ni ho. Na the then MPP ya na ye ho yi no. The dan kwa busa tradition no domo tradition no. omote party party no Asante ni be ma na
and Reg. Oh, koso metio.
Opanyi Victor Usu na edi animu. Ema the Dankwa Buzia Domo tradition no. Na atremfo ehunu se baabi a aduru no. Na party ni betimi awen ne seat because time on party ni ba bonten sani amanfo si di akire ene sani na yesi kɔ no sabre no mikrom brekum 79 papa ne fɛ no osu champon akire be NDC ni on ejira ma PFP Popular Front Party de nya yedi na chikama atremfo ɛfa ho eye enne nipa ye bu Ghana mamuei Akufo-Addo ibusuani ono ane wofa alfred Pauli ekote party my party ni be divided the front of PFP nti sabre no na nipa owe ni akonya no na Dr. Hilary Man na onte Ghana o na Hilary Man at France na oye lecturer e was Sorbonne University eti Hilary Man ne wofa na fe ni Imolo Igara one na okotwe be queen and omu say no the party no front no a breaki PFP so the only way they say if a third force comes then they form PNP and Dr. Hilary Man different buche in the buy Dr. Hilary Man ever campaign for just 6 months. Now let me tell you one thing. Now in MPP you know emu was say ye what the Ashanti mafias and the Achim mafias. The Achim mafias no believe say so far as Akunyana bedi omunsemu no for sure so mutimi breaking 8 na omusan edi Ghana so bio. Political party be attend and so be in power which is good. But let us look at this way. They believe say when they bring an Achim guy by all means obelu election no. So what they should do, they say, fine, people like Bawumia. So we Achims, you're already behind Bawumia, by hook or crook, bring him. Then when Bawumia become president, then you're better than a toy because Bawumia, I'm sorry to say, a joke line, you've had a concert party man. Let me tell you, it has once happened in Ghana before. Check a cyber view. Time when Moro Gara, no day, Dr. Hilary Man by, Sabreno, Harry Sawyer. Imoro Igara and no control queen. Omo dani Dr. Liman said toy and no control no. Adia Liman person you did no money ye. Liman was a very democratic man na ka oppromani but these people force to implement near say even omo kraka ba Ghana Harry Sawyer no ye transport minister kra tata from India sa be no fe no masa omo tata kra na obi ahu mi da. Meanwhile Kwame Nkrumah time no na ye crackers Bora Citra from Germany. Omo krase kan ba Ghana no, omo krase kan a Arab for di twa omo yuo, sekan na furu he na chi. Omo de nyina sabotage Dr. Hilary Man, ene ma anya yi a ye ku ti Liman. And let me come in here. Now, time one omampanya da Lawrence be di akonya a obekọ, no be the same thing. Or say or the Atamils ba. Ama Atamils ka say the straight road declaration say 24/7 about responded to Lawrence. And Lawrence thought to say Atamis was so weak, say, so the neighbor obviously control this. Now, the Achim gurus now MPP want to bring Dr. Bawumia by hook or crook. Say, be ya, or control. No. Then the Achim people will be at the back. And they will still rule Ghana through Bawumia. And they don't want the Asantes to come in again. Because now they think, say, part nobody almost sided, with a certain perception, say, time I know my panic for Edia Kunyano, now see on Pese or Bema and Akufo-Addo, Abedia Kunyanibi. So now that they've got power, they don't want the power to transcend to any other tribe. It's just something for something now, it is a tribal bigotry. Say, it's unfortunate to say a whole senior minister. And let me tell you one thing, it is only in the MPP, in Kwanombe, Ombedi Ghana Manswa, or more appointed a ministry, a friend, senior minister. A mini Canada. Kufo baby and Kufo baby. And you know what they do? They do that just to sabotage. I'm sorry to say this. All the time they want somebody from the north to be the vice. And they always don't want the vice not to function as a vice president. Time when you day on Mampanini, Kufo do Beseko Naso. I said a vice president, let's say I'll receive a whole moba. Osafo Marfo'S was doing this job. They always backlash the vice, then appoint an account to be a senior minister, a taking role of the vice president. They always use, so to say, people from the north, just to gain power, then they take the power out of them. So it is their plan, say, almost taking the Asantes away from the party. Then the party become an achim, hijack mafia party. But let me tell you one thing, this time it will not work. What they did to Victor Usu in 79 will never work again. And I'm telling you, sir, such statement way, it will either break NPP completely or it will bring a third force party within the NPP.
All right. Kagabe?
Yeah.
Who NPP move? Do you foresee anything like an access offer? Friends, Osafo Marfo'S a comment here, make it yes, say what the apology abey. Knowing very well, say apology letter now or the by any state categorical, say truly no, or make it that statement and as I say no waji ne first what we say or make it. Do you think it is something I think a bit me a divided NPP party, judging from how as I say in New Mexico?
Yeah, me that's it. Eddie can when your tribal bigotry. So you see, there are people that they use that as their daily stuff. Or more once in a while, be pick here. What they say, where I can, where away. Why not? All man in historical the year own prison a tribe. Why? Who doesn't do that? Yeah. And a tuntum for you bet me I say it doesn't mean say you hate the other tribes.
Lion is not praising your tribe.
Looky, Mr. Looky, Makakapenyu, Mr. Kakapen Pachokoso.
In the I'm not justifying anything. I'm just saying, say you carry history, you praise Busiano, you trickle it down. So let's get that. It is also not the case, he said, or more Mushia or Nash antiphony. So what I say. And he did not mean for it to be impugned the way it was impugned. Again, I'm not justifying your kikaya. Now, so your history, they are called fan politics and all that. Before Nkrumah, how many of a certain tribe and no more, they were the first ones that started writing to the British government. I think, we think as a country, we can now begin to. There were 3 of the big 6. There were 3 or 4 people that were coming from a certain region. And they say, which year will be now walk as you would talk in that you say, oh, you play a very significant role because Ashasiano this and this and that. What do you say? We do that all the time. Without downing the other, and it means kikan some of these things. Well, the tone and whatever he meant, I wasn't there. We cannot draw that now. So at the end out, and a year to Tonosa, what I say. And as we sit here and we are talking, as grown as he is, we're only up to it. Oh, I didn't intend to do this, which is what any mature person would say. I didn't, the meaning, because meaning I won't find statement, we push it in for whatever reason, to either find it or to do it. And as mature as it is, who read the letter now? That is what we expect from somebody like that. Because can't same way. I didn't expect to say and Quebec say and answer over funny say meaning. And now I could do baby say northern region and vice. We don't okay say we appoint. We don't appoint presidential aspirants. We don't. Nana. They are elected.
Vote, yeah.
No, he was talking about a senior minister. He wasn't talking about vice president. He was saying, they
senior minister of the Northern region. Senior minister, I would like senior minister of the Northern region.
No. One thing Nana say in order
to exactly. Then Yababe appoint senior minister now. I mean, they are advisors. Robena, even currently, Robena Bomian play in the government. Robena won't play. Projections, Ben, you projecting. It is your quiet election. No? That's a one. Yeah, appoint you. And yes, what declaration. No? You can't do that in MPP. You can't. You can't go and lift somebody's hands and say, "Wait, I'm no problem. Break your deal." Anna, you see, yeah, research on how elections are run and how elections are won in Ghana.
Yeah. Elections are won in Ghana. And
I am talking about MPP's research. We are talking about MPP's research.
We know how elections are won in
Ghana. Looky, Mesrewa, Mamma Umbrema, Mesrewo.
He can also come into my time.
No. And we can always do that. And that is not a year. Mama come and say, "What do you mean? Didn't talk about my minimum talk." And that's what I do. I don't know, mommy, that I mean, give me that respect. No, we don't. You see me, I don't have time for that because me met my power. I can heckle. But I know young who. Where can who take? Somebody didn't try. Somebody didn't try. Let me lie.
Not at the polling station.
Okay, go ahead.
Party member Kennedy Japan came out and told the world how you people want, and he threatened your party. Kennedy Japan threatened someone careful, like he will come out, he will tell the whole world how you won your elections. Your own party leader told the whole world he will expose how you won your elections. So please allow yourself to accept the fact that you did not win the elections at the poll. That's why we went to court, and your appointed Supreme Court judges gave you the elections. NDC did it, NPP did it. That is the reality. That is the truth. We have a problem in Ghana. We don't win elections at the polling station. We win it behind closed doors. That is our system. We don't have a democratic system. It's a tyranny government. It's corrupt. And yet, Timusa, this is what we have. Why are you deceiving yourself? You know how you won. NDC know how they won. The next election is going to be won by hook or crook. We already know. All we are asking for is when you come in, what you promise, at least make an effort. At least do it. If you promise to not take Ghana to IMF, don't take us to IMF. If you promise to arrest the dollar, arrest the dollar.
Look here, make us a promise, dear.
You can give me my time
now. Mr. Sometimes, me promise it, but and you know now this one. I know, dear. We just have to sound a word of caution to them. They say, "Mundi kind enye adia e bia mo hobe so some bit me." Yes, they all do that. Sabi enye or NPP for kwana.
Me person me bisa kakapene say, I understand he is an executive of the party. And like he said, Osafo Marfo'S had to come and praise his tribe. He has to make
look, why Makaka pen ye the Oka?
Because now in some walk and
I was a to Boise, Emanelande, Orlandia, the platform will be all yours for you to
please give him my time. Give my 5 minutes.
Miss Rewa, what you say?
I want to interrupt.
Kakapen Pacho Betwaso.
Anenkasa, where are you?
Oh, they will finish. Oh, dear, no. Maybe I may buy Lucky so, Miss Rao.
And Mommy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Bagana first.
Of course, Mama Braga be very.
Oba betum gate now. So the whole point is this. Why apologize? So I say. And I mean, what else do we want? What I say? We can choose to forgive him, or we can choose to fund it. But me here, you know what? Near minimum say we all are human. We go wrong sometimes. Or sometimes you may even feel that you are not wrong. But the way I did it, oh, let me own up, let me take it. And that is what I exhibited. You see, it doesn't help me to fund it. It doesn't help you to fund it. So what I say, there are so many ways we can criticize some of these things without, the necessary trying to incite one against another. What do I say? We're exhibiting maturity. So let us learn from that. When you inform others, say, oh, so we share group, not a walk. Maybe watch this, do that. And that doesn't mean that somebody is not gonna out of the blue make those statements. But yeah, swear. Are we gonna continue? Why can't throw? When can't throw? Near walk our president any all that. We don't, you see, so the backlash came. He has owned up to it. And I think, let's also on our side exhibit that maturity. They say, okay, so what are the lessons we learn from this? And how do we treat ourselves going forward? It has absolutely nothing to do with MPPs, appointees. It has nothing to do with disrespect for anything. And yeah, it has nothing to do with that. And your elections, you stand. What I say? Baumia kona one win. So, Baumia win. We follow him. We are going to campaign for him and make sure he wins the main. So what I say? For me, that man has exhibited maturity. He's a matured man, and we should take it as such. Tribal and the man said their tribes. Any sign we a trickle offer. A boy in Ghana, lucky I and say, ye need sa two. Mostly in countries I are not tribal and then there's a minority. And in most cases, the minority and no really over the majority. Into a traffic so a pine as a moko. The dorsal. We have the dominant ones. But I sit here and I don't see us fighting on tribal lines, except tension. I create now once in a while. This skirmishes about people die and then what? So let us use these platforms to appeal to our leaders. Say, okay, Ujina Pempenso say, and when you get the opportunity, please, please, you can only advise a human being. But that is not to say once in a while and pop up. A pop up, let us tone down. Where you grush in where you way and away. I mean, you raise about me issues, say, so and some identity and some P. So they say, but towards what? The other. So they say, the most important is let's look at the competence. Let's look at what the person is bringing on board. Let's look at the promises and against. You let us not, throw in other things a bit higher.
The word competency there and can be when people move you.
I didn't
don't ever mention the word competent. Our MPP administration never.
I didn't.
Because the most incompetent president and vice president here, Ghana for the past.
Competent. Now who you so incompetent? Me can just a man can incompetent thanks to MPP phobia. Let us is it you. Obi, the next time a bass on you say you won't like me on the show. Interruptions, you won't like me on the show.
My interrupt too. What's up, me interrupt? But what I'm saying is that the word competent.
But you are interrupting me because I still have the floor. I've been saying this consistently. You keep doing it.
Halfway.
You are interrupting. I don't like that though. I don't like that.
Okay.
Hey, we are communicator, pal. All forms of communication. Let me be papa young Kasawa. And you're so memma. As simple as that. Do we want to have the program? Do we want to come here and let the audience know and crossfire? Please.
Okay. I was for Mr. Amo. You know, I am penning for Mr. Amo. Platform no be one more.
Me come answer. Tieni obeto maka say me ka wi a. Na waka say MPP for there ma mo nka say. Ba man ka say mama me nka bi. Me to me, your government is competent. To you, I am incompetent. I respect your opinion. To me, Mahama, NDC, are incompetent. You don't want to respect my opinion. What kind of is that? I can't think like we are Nanamia Kakape. I can't think like you. You can't think like me. Make carry me home in a second and let us respect that. At the end of the day, no, we are appealing to the audience to make a judgment based on our submission. Man come kasa bo anhye me. I know there no way cry. And you can buy men kasa na men kwa men kasa for 2 hours na men ko. And also why?
All right. Okay. Looky, Mr. Looky, memo 2 minutes because we just kakapeta no can hold there. It's memo.
Oh man kasa it's okay.
You are not on the tough and afi. Sorry, so me pamocho. You are the one tough and sorry. Looky, Brahma me. Before something attack Raki Michao also Ghana. Entina me who watch a cray and Commissioner Kyokaku Michao and a Bafuja Michao. Looky, Brahma me.
Bafuja, the advance many on to Michao. Nana, Kakape, me patro menko Canana, Miss Rowe, and Kokana, we are Kakape and Kokana. Nana, one opinion. I think that to say somebody is incompetent, you know, and yet opinion, your observation tells you say they are incompetent. Na Kakape Susumani Nyawaya, because in Rebia JDM, more the incompetent Mahama Ekani. Mahama, Pralandia Uko Google incompetent Mahama Dimeba. A more MPP for and I'm on the target to say I grown a drew baby, I hear Boba Mukruma, Mama Quine no be an Canadian. Broby or Osafo Marfo'S no be kind. And yet no crane no be kind. One year mistake. In fact, me cry letter no de buy no. Me dine ho ya because na kume masem na bakwasem ni fie entete ya ye de man de ye kan man ne de tu na suma wo no wagidi ya wadi ti wiase ya ne man ne nana no mu nyina akrampo no ubekom no no de saa abakwasem no na ayede ama wo mo enti na nkensa so wo de letter ba out nka wo so oba beka say eh me kuro ma chemo de this is how we feel. We feel like so a J Ghana Siho. We feel like a tribe na can no among kahu. Sanquoye pennymoon wire bear main. Nanko waku drew casam not or kind about out and against us over pacho. Name mum onimus a year entro. So because I was making an error, not just why a mistake, which means I said you were back and then no correct. It's in wabe pacho. So be a bonnet, will be transferred no cast a man where the man way maker. Me ana meka me same boa. As a country, I yepe peace. You de yem sum name no, ye moye hunka ye say. British if one cassa. And ya mean American, and ya me opinion, British if woman cassa, a tro, warmer bakwasem. A warmer bakwasem. Warm mention say. Woman ni Asantes walking. Yen na yeko school yeti die. It was Osafo Marfo'S. So won put now person we erase Asantes for one contribution to the independence of Ghana. O person wo de we free o grandpa kai hunu se enkrofo bi de woman actual as a matter of fact I can't Britain for woman abakwasem ho. In fact, Oko British Museum the only section I want to dedicate to say, what baby British Royal Army at in Tamwin, Asantes, and Yamin American British for only.
Baruki, if I saw my main for ourselves about Cope. Yet, I have for the almost coast of Shears Island, no. What is it? Yet, I told me he
Then I read a message of my looky and twice of mammy. Meba,
maybe the father so. Sir, Asantefoɔ enka ho bia. Yɛche prempe the first as the Nichols Shields. Dear to say no. Sir Ignat Wesley War. Esi hifa. Enye Kumase. 1900. That's Antoa War. Esi hifa.
Yeah, look correct. Need an iron of friends in America say, Miss Regan and India, sa book ya media to the obi a chair with me apples to say Osafo Marfo'S enken kanya na da Roma Miss Ren me sadia tiga. We de me parking kind integrated for na and throw you. Almost say Asantes for no, ekun womo pa womo graveyard me ho. Anyway, party semuntino. And I will say you're very careful because we'll be all pepper wa baby or that tries to obey you to be Ediana power. Now, or go to the extent in say so we'll bet me up painting two groups against each other. Namo crowd mokumo, Namo brum mukum or no dia take advantage. No at me up with yana power or bay and no Osafo Marfo'S or kosher be a no warrior. I can tell you, says a meeting now, like a Pesi Asantes for there be near Baumia and northern people like Osafo Marfo'S invited one. I'm telling you this, some meeting, one more record was assembled better mountain, no one Asantes for. These are people who are supposed to be Baumia and Crofwa, a chim for ni groom warm. And woman woman could she a cancer, and now Baby Toja, Wapacho. We nipa yati as ye name next time or ye penny moon on fan of cre. So our papa crowd only the on fan of cre. Now to come and discredit one group of people like British for one and Casa Bakwasem. A catcher almost and crofo way and one more in Tammy. I had ye good book man gun and Yakolevia. Now we saw the one day Pebbles Sansa history now and then I didn't was the Abba into NPP for some more per power. Monko enquire Juma. Monsha economy ne ho asem na monka na munyai se mu use tribalism ne ne marketing kiti bia munimu se musu so ase kakra ebetumi aye yi ne nka aboa mu but se kuro ne se ya mo power no hwan na mo dey kwa kudu ne so into Osafo Marfo'S asem o beka ye no so obi ka se ne tribal bigotry incentive e na ne wa ase a nipa ko boa because sa meeting na se kura no sebe no ani enuanom northerners na ehia e no opeso wo bo wo mabaso no catch the
look here, no, you name for fat, and in the mint me in Jidia, what can I say?
Ghana facts or what you
name for fat, and you know, mint me and my run and so. Nana, Messer was a way dear, Woody, one no air berry, you know, but and some I can in no, my platform, no 1 minute, never bonnet of we are my back a person after there.
That was be obi. Me da kaka person ne inu aba rookie ase. Nya ye nyina ye o my Ghana ne don't na ye nya ye kasa yi. Kaka pe ohun ba akose on any political platform bia no there will be crossover and crossfires. Na they say obi akasa ntia ne yonko. Na mom interruption kakra na eba mu. Na ne ka nyina besi ne say amanyoku aye from MPP for omo aba amamu amamu mu omo mpre no so ni ye di kan omo bekwa awie ye omo belu so omo election no start say ya omo aye nana boys Alechemantin boys omo de decide omo ankasa internal friction sa na omo de call awie omo ko di nkugu enti enya me nwa say a start animu ya asesi ya yi ye bekwa IMF ye nko etika so komo de yen asantefo nka ho the whole Ghana history can it te pa na ye call form 4 no na your question be your history I say the white man brought his canoe but the bush is stronger than the canoe. Who said this? Yes, Antina Frika Kari. Now no question say Emra Kwame Nkrumah na all fighting for independence, you know. Yen ya achimfo and they didn't cry to call Britain for say we want independence in the distant future. Because black man and prepares with me rule. And the mom and Penina that Kwame Nkrumah say black man is capable of managing his own affairs. Eti yebese kakosi ni say NDC amanyokuo emre na adu say nyuma pa John Dramani mama ebeye mfie nan ane the fapem sisi Ghana tura yedi gu papa yiso ema odi lusu akonya ewo Ghana no MPP for na kasa say o mo redeem no say sa papa na wunim nyansa na odi ekoyie eti ne yesan akwa IMF obiu na ne mesere se IMF kwa ye ko no ebebo man Ghana yenko na se e the restrictions akese beba say yensan fa tax me pii yen so yensan yi amanfo adi mfe adwuma redeployment say na esi kanen no itwitwa agrek for bi no adi yi people teacher for adi ene ho ne ma yemfa graduate for ewo adwuma mu bio a yensan introduce tax be bris how dey papa dey pa dey a ene sika na yete so na kom dey no ka yenso mampanya kufu ado se konko tu sika na nka yemfa mbo ye ho ban da wase bebre
Mr. Medase, kakape wo ho abepacho sumuna erapi mame mesewa.
Medase for the opportunity and yeah share IMF and Osafo Marfo'S asemo kan no. To me the Osafo Marfo'S are exhibiting maturity. I mean, people are entitled to their opinion on how we treat whatever. So for me, they were exhibiting maturity, and this no, because say yensuya na you could repeat here. Then I think says anima way for us to know how we behave. Sometimes, we are humans. We don't know certain things are cope in a new way. When it comes to issue of IMF, and yes, not that official, say a buying officially starting negotiation. I'll wait and get to the details. Before say negotiate here, where are the details? I don't know so they are. But yes, some way together. Me, I'm proud of MPP as a political party. And why do I say so? The far country ni free baby. Any nam kwanso ayeko. Unfortunately, COVID-19 and Ukraine war had dealt a heavy blow to global economy everywhere. Everybody and Ghana cannot be any. And internally, our economy has been hit hard. And it drew baby as I said, government making certain a lot of tough decisions. But despite all this, I see a functioning government. I see in the education sector, road constructions, I see in the health sector, infrastructure, I see a lot in the form of digitization and all that kind of stuff. I see government, demonstrating, say, quite be a mefaswa Ghana for and our Ghana economy, government is doing it in various ways and in various forms. I will not change this government for any other one. 2024, regardless of who is the presidential candidate, a MPP, and that is the party what demonstrated what the interventions, big stuff about yenina yenitia. Enti yanko tuma nana, tuma MPP, lucky tuma MPP. Ayemra niya makese said you also.
Before so become I mean Musa one question, me pacho Baumia any Alan, whatever the case may be. Oh, mine open is open sober. Men can say
Baumia.
Why men pese ubekase whoever comes biano ubediachi. I know Omunina NPP for but
and you think say as an executive will be some Mohanama Bay win to me.
Kakapo nipa enya den a wo baby a where you call.
Obi pacho ye ba program no kakape frɛ me okache say Baumia.
Nana mi wi a wo beto alomo ama ne me. What you na friend say lucky akwa could be no, I'm not. I have my preference, but I won't make fun to the public.
Okay.
Yeah, I am an executive. Mean to me, because of all this or this. They say even the national election circle, I have my preference in all the but mean fun to obey them in Canada.
Okay, Mate.
I'm on a list of people among we near me, but and the Mr.
As I made
what's it?
Many matchro baby and me what it I mean so unim dia matchro baby and me was says any pane bad dia and you started in the platform you grandpa support I campaign money papa.
Obi na dey try me dey want me me media me party good there.
Na dey say me nim say we there John Mama
Obi when your preference?
Oh Mr. Alan me Alan.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Madika catch them with that say me Alan if we
Alan, your party, the candidate.
it is a moody, whatever it is, no, that is up to more Macano. Menya NPP ni say men twaba for NPP. Men can't almost year but me will believe what papa nimu. It doesn't matter so what I you say because there's a difference between say the baton the man nasa now the chief executive or who engineer no ma who a different power than say penimu no wo ho na wa fa say we ye bibi man because we ye bibi out the kwache penimu ansa na ba out it is sometimes na bia na nneoma bi entimi mayi ba me nim say the baton ne hye nsem so me president obetimi deliver in any way possible obetimi aye that's all na make anti looky my member also now the wrap up my na nana dey say minim looky before so be nana who dey say minim say we ye John Mahama nipa
And as obvious.
Nana who NPP ni bia person oba
Udim me practical affiliation the ohun me time fan to dwa na nko ade mekan ama obi atie
I said no say we start mentioning you.
me na me ye NPP ni until the year 2005
okay
Oko University of Cape Coast now be sa TESCON National Union of Ghana Students 2003 yakwa Congress Nyankpala obi anime me jai NPP 2005 na mini party BM until say John Mahama be president okoye atina me hu say amamuo na ebaaye no se na amamuo tie de a enye John Mahama eye the best enti enne se eto aba na meto ama His Excellency the former president John Dramani Mahama.
That's it. Looky, me bacho me boss.
And me metro ma ya don't go.
Why are there? No.
And then look, is out there.
No.
It me can't vote.
Man ka pressure ka me nim say say ya di tomato di pa no.
Okay, I don't go 2024. Bro, I know say I can pay executive means casantion and all, but I can confidently tell you, say I idea Mr. Epson, Ashanti Regencies, yeah, Polar. I will tell you, say 8 out of 10 people in Ashanti region wants Baumia. The reason why they want Baumia is because if you show her neighbor. Alan supporters, Alan Chematin is not the party's choice. Party no,
Okay, and somehow no. Okay, me follow party this say be.
So what person what testing MPP stronghold wa Ghana ko Bantama. MPP for no crowd they use Bantama as their test one moment also so near my day. Within party no national as an American within party Bantama delegates who he or MPP when it comes to Ashanti region. And I can tell you, say, as I speak to you, we in part 10 Ashanti region, our delegates, any executives are and cry at Wama almost say Baumia Neko. Baumia Neko. Into Alan Grambono. I can tell you, say, or Yatin, who I see what can be. So Musa Alan Baumia Gidi Amona, at the end, this idea. Party impeding for one more they say party no sap will cry woman no achem for no one peba umia one nescawo one bottom one between ye scanny be ama party delegates now one be flag bearer no come the nipa Ghana Alan we are loyal to Alan now the two fear now we net obia to aba edi flag bearer within the MPP party now or support now the man no blood pressure na wo palma na Kufuado ne candidate ene Abaumia wono na ye koyi no amana lead party no won ti ase na the Alan side na wa we me mobo Alan won ma Alan niska our dey man delegates no any executives no wo party no mo de naba Baumia it was Katanichi, or 2 meter anichi. No crana makan, Kakapeni must not making, where executive member don't go to us. But I can tell you, so Oko Bant mine, Uko Kumasi. Now, when the MPP for Nakasa, they're making Yano Makasa, or Matiasi. It mean Pokrana because is Casay, so was a warm Cassie, caught up with you flag bearer. I don't know, Mamma, Monfame to just some flag bearer near the airport. And this society, me need anything against Mahama. I don't have anything against me. Who Mahama the same way I mean MPP for leaders. Kofoni ekufu adone Mahama mono. Me met me aka say omu nyina omu bae no. Omu beye bi but nenso omu nyina. However, say yeti hey nesechna Mahama kase wa drop na Professor Nana J. Wa drop no. Name wa pick another female. Maybe momumpo die preferably and come pick Rollins about Dr. Zaneto or pick Dr. Zaneto for my own personal reasons and come support JD and come up with an cry campaign at home free. So I'll pick a Rollins banner a bear me the pie. So Baumia crown so a pick or bar as vice president and also can bear me there. But Alan supporters me machopi munko di mufufu monka ho. I hope so.
I think it's Baumia almost prefer Che Mensa for him.
Well,
Nanso one who Ashanti region.
Yeah, they think it's when they match Baumia with an Ashanti, it will work.
Okay. All right. Party ni semu be yi hwan me de maka ne say yi alana mani beje me campaign for no
yeah ala academy
yeah nyini dia ene na baabi abeko bia no enko abusafo medamase kakape medawase se obae nana medawase se also obae ena lucky so medam munyina amase se ene mobae emajumadi yi eba be ye kama ewa ha mediri se sa to yen safra mu bi mu a mo beba ama yasan adi enkomo ama na ye kama ewo ahanomo abusafo obgh eho eso na ugusu a ye frene sen o hwe na ye bedi enkomo kakra ewa ha ye beka bibi efa IMF ne ho menya kakape na na lucky ema omo be panelist ma ye nyina ye di enkomo ene ye ka another one enso so from Osafo Marfo'S the apology letter the by a tribal a year kind no mejidi se wanije ene ye program ne ho enti se wonya na wabomod na ahye nyame ya adoma Sunday ye besan e de another one e de aba we the man tim nka bi mu a ene obia e ma ba me da mu nyina amase ma ba